Hello everyone, I am Professor Ram Guge and we are meeting on 13th day of BSP's online spoken English course. So today I am going to unfold some myths of English language, some beliefs of English language and how students are being misguided by many trainers and many spoken English classes and all that, and how they are deceiving them for getting in, but ultimately they are not achieving anything in the English, right? So myth number 1, myth म्हणजे की अशी गोष्ट आहे तिच्यावर आपला विश्वास आहे पण ती चुकीची आहे, अशा गोष्टीला आपण myth म्हणतो. तर myth number 1 जी आहे ती अशी आहे की every student first they want to learn English and after learning English they want to speak, right? प्रत्येकाला असं वाटतं की पहिलं आपण शिकून घ्यायचं, पूर्ण शिकल्यानंतर मग बोलायचं, and that is never going to happen. Why? I will tell you. Small child, कुठलीही तुम्ही तुमचं स्वतःचं एक्झाम्पल घ्या. लहानपणी तुम्ही मराठी महाराष्ट्रातील असाल तर आणि हिंदी जर पूर्ण भारतभरातनं जर स्टुडंट असतील तर, जर आपण आपली मदर टंग मराठी भाषा मातृभाषा शिकत असताना आपण जर असं ठरवलं असतं की कम्प्लीट आधी शिकन आणि मग बोलेन, तर 10 वर्ष लागले असते बोलायला. पण आपण प्रोसेसमध्ये शिकलो, सुरू केलं. जसं लहान मुलं बोलतात छोटे असताना पा, ओके, त्याच्यानंतर ग्ला, असं अर्धवट शब्द, पुन्हा पूर्ण शब्द, पुन्हा पूर्ण वाक्य, पुन्हा सेंटेन्सेस, आणि त्याच्यानंतर फायनली पॅराग्राफ, आणि कंटिन्युअसली विदिन 3 वर्षाच्या आत मुलांना बोलता येते इंग्लिश. सो नॉर्मली आपण ती नॅचरल वे ऑफ लर्निंग इंग्लिश. आता इंग्लिश शिकताना आपला व्ह्यू कसा असतो, आपण असा विचार करतो की ज्या दिवशी मला पूर्ण इंग्लिश जमेल त्याच्यानंतर बोलेल, आणि हे कधीच शक्य नाही. म्हणून टिप नंबर 1, myth unfolding. I am unfolding the myth of English language, that you will never speak correct English. Even today I don't speak correct English as far as the grammar and accuracy is concerned. There are some mistakes in my English also. So I frankly accept that being as a trainer, even I can commit some mistakes, and language is evolving over a period of time. It is changing. You know, शेक्सपियरच्या काळात जी इंग्लिश बोलली जात होती ती वेगळी होती. तर शेक्सपियरच्या काळात मी कशी एक वाक्य सांगतो तुम्हाला, यू आर माय फ्रेंड, असं आता आपण म्हणतो. ते शेक्सपियरच्या काळात 16व्या शतकात इंग्लिशमध्ये कसं म्हणायचे, दाऊ आर्ट माय फ्रेंड. सो दाऊ आर्ट आता चालतं का, नाही. सो लँग्वेज बदलत राहते, त्याच्यामुळे अपडेट जो करत नाही त्याची लँग्वेज आउटडेटेड होऊन जाते. त्याच्यामुळे मिथ नंबर 1 दॅट आपण आधी शिकून नंतर बोलू असं कधीच होणार नाही. सो पहिला पॉइंट क्लिअर. दुसरं, आपल्याला असं वाटतं की आपल्याला ग्रामर आलं म्हणजे इंग्लिश येत. अजिबात नाही. त्याचा प्रूफ देतो मी तुम्हाला. तुम्हाला मराठीचं ग्रामर येत नाही पण मराठी बोलता येतं. पण मराठीचं ग्रामर आलं म्हणून तुम्हाला मराठी बोलता आलं असं नाही. पण तुम्हाला आधी मराठी बोलता आलं आणि शिकायचं असेल तर आता ती चॉईस आहे, तुम्ही ग्रामर शिकू शकता, राईट. तर ग्रामर शिकून कधीच इंग्रजी बोलता येत नाही, पण ते ग्रामर कसं वापरायचं ह्याचं ज्ञान जर तुमच्याकडे असेल तर डेफिनेटली तुम्ही इंग्रजी बोलू शकता. मिथ नंबर 3, शब्द पाठ करून व्होकॅब्युलरी वाढवून मग ते आपण इंग्लिशमध्ये वापरू बोलताना, असं कधीच होत नाही. शब्द कधीच पाठ करायचे नसतात, शब्द कॉन्टॅक्स्ट मध्ये समजून घ्यायचे असतात. आणि एखादा नवीन शब्द आपल्याला आढळला एका कम्युनिकेशन मध्ये तर इमिडिएटली नोट डाऊन करणे, त्याचं डिक्शनरीत मिनिंग बघणे आणि त्याचे 5 वाक्यात वापरून बघणे. आणि जोपर्यंत आपण वापरून बघणार नाही तोपर्यंत तो शब्द आपल्या कॉन्शियस माइंड, सबकॉन्शियस माइंड मध्ये कायमसाठी रिटेन नाही होणार, राईट. सो यूज ऑफ दॅट वर्ड इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. असं रोज 5 शब्द जरी केले तर डेफिनेटली अल्टिमेटली you will learn 150 words in a month and you will be able to apply those all words in your communication. So that is one thing which you can do on daily basis, and it will definitely help you to speak effectively because you will not face the difficulty by remembering words while communicating with other people, right? So got it. So third number tips, myths का है क्या vocabulary पाठ करून नाही शिकायची, कारण dictionary is a graveyard of dead words. It is said in English. Dictionary is a graveyard of dead words. Dead words म्हणजे जे वर्ड आता वापरत नाहीत अशा वर्डचा खजाना म्हणजे डिक्शनरी आहे. त्यात शोधून काय मिळणार आहे, सगळं ओल्ड इंग्लिश मिळणार आहे. त्याचं नाही. आता हे एक उदाहरण देऊन सांगतो मी तुम्हाला की आता टेकिंग अ टोल ऑन मी ही फ्रेज आहे. टेकिंग अ टोल ऑन मी, आता ह्याचा अर्थ असा असतो की तो मला त्रास देते. यू आर टेकिंग टोल ऑन मी, राईट. यू आर टेकिंग टोल ऑन मी, तू मला त्रास देतोस, हे डिक्शनरीमध्ये सापडणार नाही, कारण डिक्शनरी बनल्या त्यावेळेस हे वर्ड नव्हते, आत्ता आलेत मॉडर्न. दुसरा, माय इंटायर शेड्यूल ऑफ द डे हॅज गॉन फॉर अ टॉस. माय इंटायर शेड्यूल ऑफ द डे हॅज गॉन फॉर अ टॉस. आता हॅज गॉन फॉर अ टॉस हा डिक्शनरीत शब्द नाही, हा कसं करणार तुम्ही? ह्याचं आत्ता मॉडर्न कॉइनेज आहे, मॉडर्न निर्मिती झालेली आहे काही शब्दांची, तर ते मॉडर्न इंग्लिशमध्ये फक्त अवेलेबल आहे. ते कम्युनिकेशन, न्यूज चॅनल, बातम्या, न्यूज अँकर, हॉलिवूड मूवीज याच्यातनं आपल्याला ते समजून घ्यावं लागेल. तर माय शेड्यूल हॅज गॉन फॉर अ टॉसचा अर्थ पूर्ण विस्तृत होणे, म्हणजे मी जसं प्लॅन केले तशा गोष्टी न घडणे, तिथं आपण ही फ्रेज वापरतो. अशा नवीन फ्रेजेस इंग्लिशमध्ये आहेत आणि ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी आपल्याला समजून घ्याव्या लागतील रिअल लाईफ कम्युनिकेशन, बिकॉज अल्टिमेटली लँग्वेज कॅन बी लर्न इन कॉन्टॅक्ट विथ द लँग्वेज रादर दॅन टेक्स्ट बुक्स and grammar and rules and all that and vocabulary. So you have to be in contact with some people who can speak English, who can guide you in a better way. So that is how you can acquire the language. You never learn the language in the artificial way, that remembering words, and this is donkey work, right? It's a language is based on logic. How you apply the logic of using English grammar in communication, that is more important than remembering and mugging up all the rules of the grammar and vocabulary. That will never support you to improve your English language. So these are few tips. There are so many, I know about it, but I will, in my later lecture, I will cover all of them, but for today this is enough. So लास्टला आपण कालच्या लेक्चरमध्ये पाहिलं डायलॉग रायटिंग वगैरे आणि फ्रेझल वर्ब्स काय असतं. तर आजच्या लेक्चरमध्ये वाय इंग्लिश इज इम्पॉर्टंट टू लर्न अँड हाऊ यू कॅन लर्न दॅट अँड व्हॉट यू कॅन डू इन द लॉकडाऊन पिरियड ॲट होम रादर दॅन गोईंग फॉर एनी कोचिंग अँड ऑल दॅट. सो आय एम गोइंग टू टेल यू थ्रू वन PPT why and how to learn English, right? And lastly, in my last slide, I am giving you a pack of schedule for per se 10 days or 15 days in lockdown. So if you follow that schedule, which includes 4 important points of English, that is listening, speaking, reading and writing. So I have allocated specific time for each skills, and if you do that, definitely will improve your English. So let's start with PPT now. How and why we must learn English in the modern world. So we'll begin with the PPT now, and then we'll discuss further about next, right? So friends, how and why and how to learn English. So we'll begin with this lecture now, and first slide is there. So you can see this is a lingua franca. I will tell you what it means. Lingua franca simply means that it is a language of global communication. It's a link language everywhere. Each and every country in this world accepted English as a link language, and if you want to communicate at international level, then you must have command over English, otherwise it is not possible for you to get connected with the world, right? You will be remain local if you don't know the global language, right? Second point, universal language of international communication and business communication. Every transaction at international level, official transaction, then foreign relationship, and then business activities, everything else take place in English. There is no any other communicative language at global platform. And now I would like to tell you one thing, that English language is a key of the global world. If you consider success as a doer, then English language is a key of that success doer. And if you don't have the key of the English language, then the door of the success will never open for you. So that is my view about English language in the modern world. Every business transaction and global communication happens through English only. I'll go to the next slide. We'll learn some facts about English language. 300 million people use English as a second language in the modern world. 300 million people, they accept and using right now English as a second language. We are one among them, Indians, right? We use English as a second language, third language maybe for that matter, but will come in second place very soon. English is used as an official language in over 60 countries. So 60 countries across the globe, out of 200 plus countries, they have accepted English as a official language of every transaction, internal, external, and all sort of transaction and communication. Almost 70% of the book published in English globally. If you want to get access to each and every book which is being published globally, then internet is a big source, and every book is 70% books are being published in English. So definitely you'll get to knowledge, get to exposed to the knowledge of the world through English. Or 80% of information stored electronically around the world in English, as English is the language of internet, right? So 80% information, knowledge is available in English because it is being stored electronically, and electronic, the medium of internet and all that is English. So definitely we'll get all access for all these things which I have mentioned just now, and that is why it is important to learn English. Why learn English? It is must to learn English for acquiring all these things. Next slide. Why learn English? Continuation of the previous slide. The best way to improve your life. If you want to improve your life and chances of getting success in any kind of field, then better English, better career. Better English, better life, status, right? Symbol, everything else is possible if you learn English. You can get access to the information that other people can't get. For example, if you want to do something or get knowledge about something, you Google it, and the Google provide information in English, and if you don't know the English, then you will be outdated from the information and all that. You will not get access to use that information for your better purpose, right? You can communicate with almost everyone around the world. If you know Marathi, you are able to communicate with only 12 crore people in Maharashtra. If you know Hindi, then you will be able to communicate with 120 crore people of India. But if you know English, then definitely you will be able to communicate all the people of the world, because somehow everyone is trying to learn English nowadays. So definitely your chances of getting communicate with all the people of the world is possible through English. You can get up opportunity to travel around the world. If you wish, now just due to Corona, nobody want to go to abroad, but definitely the situation will get down after some time, and then there will be blooms everywhere. You know, the global world is a village, right? It's a global village. The world is a global village. So you will definitely try to go abroad for traveling, for education, and for anything else of that sort. Then definitely it is necessary to have command over English, because each and every country, English has Britain has IELTS test for entering any other country's people in their country, and American have TOEFL test, which is based on listening, reading, speaking, and writing activity. So definitely English plays an important role when you want to go abroad for any purpose. You can easily impress people when you speak English. If you speak English, definitely other people will get impressed by your communication. You can get lead in your career, leaving others behind. Those people who don't know English, definitely they will always remain back in their life, and the people who somehow manage to get somehow they manage to learn English, definitely they will go ahead in their career and professional life as such. You can get all this if you can speak English. It's possible to get all these things which I have mentioned right now if you speak English. Apart from this competitive exam in India, if you want to be a government employee, there is English grammar lesson or chapter everywhere. In banking there is a grammar, in Talati there is a grammar, in Gram Sevak there is a grammar, in police there is a grammar, in PSI exam, all MPSC UPSC exam has English particular section, and if you learn English, definitely you can get easily to the government sector also. That is also possible. Why learn? Continue. Get access to information that we have discussed. Most pages on the web. If you want to read a blog and all that, web page. So everything is available on internet, which is based on English language. Books, many books you can read. News. There are so many news channels which you can get easily access to all of the news channels. And science, the language of science. After 10th, you start studying different subjects like BS, 11th science, 12th science, and then we have BSc, MSc and all that. So the language of medium of this particular instruction is science, right? So definitely you can get access to the science subject textbooks and all that. Communicate with people, we have discussed that. Access to entertainment means the serials, the movies, Hollywood and all that. Everything else is available in English, so definitely you can get access to the films in Bollywood, musics and all that. So these are the some benefits. While push your career forward, you can get your career ahead in your life. Enjoy art like never before. So watching movie in Hollywood, if you know the English, you will enjoy it. If you don't know the English, you will never enjoy it. Get satisfaction. You feel satisfied once you start speaking English. You will feel like, okay, today I have spoken 10 sentences with somebody else. So this gives you energy, confidence and feel of satisfaction. So that's why you must learn English. English makes you more powerful, right? You will feel that very confident enough. You feel like you can face any kind of difficulty in life. So that gives that strength which you can take from learning spoken English. English gives access to some of the world's best universities. If you want to go abroad for the education, then definitely English is the language of any degree. So you must have to learn English. English gives you more job opportunities. So there are so many jobs, and after Corona the world will be totally different. So the person who has more skills will be definitely get selected in business and corporate sector, rather than the person who doesn't have fluency and spoken English ability. So definitely it will helpful for you after Corona effect. You can learn other languages with English. If you want to learn Japanese, Spanish and any other foreign language, so the medium, the alphabet of all these languages are same, English, right? So definitely it will be more easy for you to learn the foreign language if you know the English. English can play as a medium to learn other role as a medium to learn other languages also. English can be your magic key in corporate world. So corporate culture is based on English, and if you have command over English, then it can play as a magic key for you in your performance and in your relationship, in your network, in your job performance. Everything else will be definitely perfect with English, right? So next slide. Now the last slide, in which I will be telling you how to learn English. L, S, R, W, T and P plus grammar and vocabulary. This is the formula for learning English. L stand for listening, S stand for speaking, R stand for reading, W stand for writing, and T stand for thinking, and function of grammar and vocabulary. And last point is practice, practice and practice. With practice you can achieve these things. So I'm going to tell you how you can do this. Every day you have to spend 20 minutes for watching BBC, CNN, IBN news channel, and every weekend, Saturday, Sunday, you have to watch at least one Hollywood movie with subtitle first and then without subtitle. And out of this listening, you will definitely learn different vocabulary, and the language structure, grammar and all that will automatically get stored on your brain, and you can actually easily use that grammar structure after some time, because every child learn his or her mother tongue through listening. So listening plays an important, it is input which produce output. Then speaking, try to make a group of people, like-minded people. Otherwise, if it is not possible, then read loudly for 20 minutes every day and speak with yourself. Then definitely you can improve. Loud reading is important for getting fluency and also correct pronunciation, pronouncing each and every word correctly. While listening, you catch the sound, and while speaking, you speak in the same manner in which manner you listen from the correct English speakers. So speaking is important. Reading, read every day at least for 20 minutes any English textbook, and you will learn so many new words from the vocabulary. Write down those words in notebook and use them in your sentences. So that is how you can retain all the words in your brain, and also you will know the application part of that word. Also writing, try to write your diary and write in English every day at least one page, the things which you have done in a day, and write only positive things, because after few days if you look into the diary, you will find it's so amazing and funny, and day by day it will be improving, right? So definitely you will learn how to write, and also that thinking process support you to speak in that manner. Thinking full day, you have to think over the day in English. Thinking means self talk. When we are alone, we think of something. We think, okay, after this lecture I will cook food, I will go to meet my friend. So this may be possible. Initially you speak like this, but after some time you will get fluency in thinking, and you will think like, okay, after this lecture I will go to my friend's home, and I will meet him, and after that when I come back I'll start reading my science textbook, and I have work till 4 p.m. After that I'll get relaxed and rest for some time. So you will speak like this. After some time you will think like this, and if you think like this, definitely you can speak, because loud reading will support you to practice and to pronounce fluently all the words, and these are the combination of each and everything which will definitely help you. And function of grammar, tenses and 36 language structures, negative, positive and question. If you know all of them, definitely you can speak in English clearly. Vocabulary, newspaper reading and all that will support you. And last point, practice. Without practice nobody perfects. As I told you in BSP, what we do in my last lecture, we have shown you some activities we conduct, like role plays and all that, then communication, group discussion, and blind treasure hunting, giving directions and all that. So that is how we train people, but you don't have that chance, so definitely you can do on your own. So it is possible. At home you can learn English. So this is what I wanted for you to understand from today's lecture. And thanks for watching this PPT. We'll meet again tomorrow with our next lecture, which will be based on presentation skills. Till then, bye bye. We'll meet tomorrow. Thank you so much for listening to me.